Hey, I'm Adam Jusko from ProudMoney.com, and in this video I'm going to review the Avant credit card, a credit card that falls into the new to credit, fair credit, bad credit bucket, depending on how you define those terms. But before we talk about it, I would ask you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already, and if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So Avant is a financial company that offers personal loans over the internet, and then they also offer a credit card as well. Their customer is generally someone who is in the fair credit space, maybe new to credit, maybe even down, what you might consider bad credit. On their website, they talk about the fact that the customers that get their personal loans, at least, are generally sitting at a credit score of anywhere from 600 to 700. So, if you're down at that 600 level, that might be something you consider more to be bad credit, or someone who is very new to credit, 700, that is a little better there. So they're, kind of a wide range of potential customers. But anyway, they're looking sort of for a customer that is not into the, the excellent credit score, someone who is looking to get credit and maybe is having a little difficulty getting it. So anyway, the card is issued by WebBank. This is a company that you may know if you have any other credit cards in this space. They issue the Pedal credit card. They issue Fingerhut credit. They are the bank that works with Lending Club to, facilitate the loans at that site. So they are, sort of a bank that has some experience in this space here. Now, the card itself, the Avant credit card, it's a, sort of no-frills MasterCard. You're not getting any rewards here. There's not a lot to love about it. There's an annual fee of $29. The interest rate is 26.24% as of the making of this video. And in terms of a credit line, at the top, you're going to get $1,000. Depending on how your credit is, you could be down more to around $300. So somewhere between that $300 to $1,000 range. At least those are the reports that I have seen. I actually went through the process and I was shown $1,000, but I've seen other people talk about getting as little as $300. I did not actually get the card, but I went through the process of sort of applying to see what was up with it. So anyway, what is to love about this card, or at least to potentially like about this card, is that you might get approved for it. So if you have had some, trouble getting approved elsewhere, maybe this is a card that can help you. And part of the reason that this may be different than some other cards is that they do use a little bit of sort of the alternative scoring factors in determining who they are going to give credit to and how much credit they are going to give them. Now, when you go on the site and you're sort of going through the pre-approval process, you'll get to a point where they sort of have some terms and conditions about credit pull they might do. And within that, they talk about the fact that they will access a TransUnion report, but then they also talk about Factor Trust, a company or reporting agency that maybe you're not familiar with. And to be honest, I wasn't even very familiar with them. They are a company that is now owned by TransUnion. So in essence, you actually are dealing with TransUnion regardless. But Factor Trust was sort of invented originally to be an alternative scoring agency, and it's unclear exactly what they were, what aspects they were using to come up with their credit scores versus what the bigger agencies used. But when TransUnion actually acquired them, within the sort of press release talking about it, they said that Factor Trust would look at things like short-term and small dollar loans that maybe didn't normally show up on a credit score. So I don't know if that means payday loans or if it means other smaller personal loans that for whatever reason wouldn't show up at a credit reporting agency, maybe because some of those smaller loans would not report to the credit agencies themselves. So this was a way for that company, I guess, to get other information on you, hopefully good information. But now that TransUnion owns them, you're sort of looking at a TransUnion pull here, but also with this Factor Trust, aspect thrown into the mix here in terms of how they look at you. So as far as the application process goes, it's pretty straightforward. You go online. There is sort of that long pre-approval application that you will see on many sites. So you're going to give your name, your social security number, your income, how much you're paying in rent or mortgage each month, all of that kind of stuff. So you're going to go through this pre-approval process. There is no pull on your credit report when you give, all of this information. And then once you have given all this information, they are going to show you what your credit line is. And basically at that point, you're going to see something that says sort of a little checkbox. And if you check it, it says, we will send an email to you. And when you confirm that, that will be our, I don't remember what this language is, but that will be our cue to actually do the hard pull on your credit report and sort of do the final, the final things necessary to approve or decline you. So at that point, you probably are going to be approved if they have shown you a credit line and shown you what the terms and conditions, sort of the card are. But of course, being approved is never a guarantee. However, I would guess in most cases, if you are seeing that, you are going to be approved. So anyway, like I said, I went through the process just to kind of see how it worked. I'm not actually getting the card. I stopped before I got to that point where they send you the email, but they gave me the $1,000 credit limit. But same terms that I just told you. I would have had a $29 annual fee. I would have had that 26.24% interest rate, even though I have a credit score that would be considered, excellent by a, sort of standard credit card company. I'm not getting any better terms here, other than the fact that I would get probably what is their highest credit line that they are offering to new customers. So this clearly is a card that is targeting people in a certain space. And even if you have, great credit, they don't really care. You're going to get the same terms as everyone else. Now, in terms of credit line increases, if you start very small on this card, you might be hoping for some, in the near future. Not sure exactly how that works from, kind of looking around the web. It seems like within 6 months, some people have gotten credit line increases naturally without asking for them if they have, used the card responsibly. So that is something to consider. Hopefully that would be your experience. So anyway, overall, a decent starter card, a decent card if you, have either had some credit problems or you are newer to credit. Again, not anything, amazing going on here, but if you're trying to build your, build your credit history, this card could help you. Maybe that alternative data would be, make it more likely that you would get approved. But overall, not a bad card. Now, if you're in this space where you could be approved for this card, there are other cards on the market that maybe you would consider also. So, I mean, this card is better than those cards that are charging you, a $99 annual fee and then a $75, setup fee and all that kind of stuff. But there are some cards that are sort of in the middle as well, where this card sort of, matches up. Now you look at the Capital One Quicksilver One card, actually has some similar aspects to it. That card has a $39 annual fee. It's got a 26.99% interest rate, both a little worse than the Avant credit card, but of course it has rewards of 1.5% cash back. So maybe that is a card that you would consider instead of this card, or maybe in tandem with this card if you are someone that is trying to build up your credit history. But anyway, there are other cards that are sort of in this space also, and maybe would be better depending on whether you're getting one card or you're getting two cards or whatever your your sort of plan is for your credit journey. Otherwise, I would say worth a look if you are trying to build your credit, whether it's to get your first card or to build on something you already have and to have maybe a little more available credit for you. So that is it. As always, I thank you for watching. Please go to proudmoney.com, where we do other credit card reviews and have personal finance news and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thanks for watching. Bye.